In part 1 of this video, I showed you 2 drills for a tight hip flexor, a joint mobilizations, and a femoral nerve glide, targeting the nerve that control your hip flexor directly. If you haven't already watched part 1 of this video, watch that first, because today we're going further, and it's going to get a little bit weird. Step number 3 of this protocol has nothing to do with your hip at all. We're going to work on your opposite shoulder, and step 4 has nothing to do with your body at all. We're going to fix your tight hip flexors only using your eye. Now, I know this might sound pretty crazy, but stay with me. If you're new here, my name is Alvin. I have a master's degree in biomechanics in solid. Over the past 6 years, I've helped over with a full 100+ desk worker move, train again without their lower back pain. Now, I want to be super clear about this. There's no guarantee. If there's anyone tell you there's 100% guarantee you will be pain-free, they're either lying to you or not telling the real work and risk involved. Now, all I do here is to help you avoid a mistake. I might share the tip from my past 400+ clients who already get out of their back pain and give you the best shot at real and long-lasting relief. Now, let's break this down. All right, so same thing as before. Just grab your baseline first. Stand up, do your active straight leg raise on each side. How high can you go? How do you feel? Reach your pain level on scale 1 to 10. Any tightness at the front of your hip, right? Remember that is your baseline. All right, we're gonna come back to this after each drill. And if the drill actually improve your straight leg raise, great. That might be a really high payoff drill for your nervous system. And if the drill makes everything worse, I want to stop that right there, because that's your body's feedback for the exercise you just did, and that is okay. Now, here's the idea why working your shoulder can actually be helpful for your hip flexor. Now, your body doesn't really work in isolated part. Your nervous system doesn't really work in isolated part either. Now, one of the most powerful and overlooked principle in the movement is opposing joint series. Now, here's the idea. Your body is wired for reciprocal movement. When your right hip flex, your left shoulder extend. All right, think about walking. Right leg forward, left arm back. Left leg forward, right arm back. The pattern is deeply hardwired into your nervous system through the spinal cord and your brainstem. So when your right hip flexor is restricted or painful, one of the most direct way to influence is neurologically is to work on the left shoulder extension, the opposing joint, the mirror movement. And here is how we do it. All right, if your problem is on your right hip, you're going to be working on your left shoulder. All right, if your problem is on your left hip, you're going to be working on your right shoulder. So opposite side always. Now, I want you to stand tall, bring the working shoulder into extension behind you, and not just a passive hand. You're actively moving back as far as you can go. And now begin tracing a circle from your shoulder. This motion is coming from the humeral. The upper arm bone insert into your shoulder joint, not a shoulder blade, not a neck. All right, just the arm moving from the shoulder. And same rule as a hip circle in part 1. If this feels easy, you're not at the end range of your range of motion. Reach for the top of that circle, contract hard to get there. It should feel like a strength training for your shoulder. Try about 5 slow control reps in each directions. Again, quality over speed. And by the way, if you have an existing shoulder injury, do not move into pain. Just work within the comfortable range. And immediately, I want you to retest your straight leg raise. Did your hips open up? Did it feel a lot easier? Did the pain actually drop on the pain scale? I had a client, multiple clients, feel immediately shift from this drill alone. So drop a comment down below and let me know if that works or it doesn't. Now, we're going to the highest order of the system, your vision system. All right, roughly 90%, I'll say this again, 90% of your sensory information your brain uses to understand where you are in space and how to move comes from your eye. All right, 90%, which means if your vision system is not working efficiently, your nervous system is getting the bad information. And if your nervous system is getting bad information constantly, your muscle cannot fire it up properly, including your hip flexor, including your glute, including your lower back. So we're going to give your visual system a specific input, and we're going to do it with just one eye. And here's the rule. If your problem is on your right hip, you're going to be working on your left eye. And if your problem is on your left hip, you're going to be working on your right eye. All right, the opposite side. Okay, now I want you to cover the eye on the same side of your problem hip. Use your hand, just close it. And then I want you to take your index finger, hold it out in front of you at an arm length. All right, pick a specific point on your fingernail to focus on. Now slowly track your finger towards the tip of your nose, eyes only. You want to make sure your head is completely still, and then track it across the side of your problem hip, then slowly fully back to the starting point. It's a triangle. All right, and that is 1 rep. The most common mistake in this exercise is moving your head to follow the target. Now your head needs to stay completely still the entire time. Only move your eye. And if your head is drifting, you're doing this completely wrong. All right, about 3 to 6 slow reps. You want to make sure you blink normally throughout the exercise. If you feel any tension, fatigue around your eyes, I want you to stop there right now. All right, probably your eye muscle is weak and it has done enough for today. So you want to build the capacity over time. Now, immediately retest your straight leg raise. How does it feel? Did it go higher? Did it feel less restricted? Did it feel less pain? All right, mark your finding. Now, again, comment down below and let me know how your body feels. So let me put everything together because I want you to understand what we actually did address these two videos. Your hip flexor was not tight because it needed more stretching or it needed more strengthening. It was tight because your nervous system didn't have enough good information to let it go or to let it work properly. Step number one, give your brain clear map of the hip joint itself through full range of motion. Step number two, mobilize the nerve that directly control the hip flexors. Number three is to use a hardwired reciprocal pattern in your spinal cord to influence the hip from the opposite shoulder. And step number four, upgrade the quality of the information coming from your nervous system through your visual system. And every step was targeting a different neurological layer. And when all four layers are addressed, your nervous system finally has what it needs to release that protection program. And your hip flexor stop guarding, movement become more available again, and then the pain backs off. And this is not a magic. This is just understanding how the system actually works. And now I want to be zoom out even further from here because the 4-step protocol is great, but again, just only one small part of the bigger pictures. Now, a structural imbalance overloading the wrong muscle, a nervous system locking in protection mode, you have a stabilizer system, in other words, your balance system compensating around a broken movement pattern, and then finally a visual system working overtime to hold everything all together. Now, this protocol addressed several of those layers directly, but if the structural imbalance is still running, if the compensation pattern is still there, the relief will come back less and less reliable over time. The full solution requires addressing all of the layers in the right sequence, starting with your structural foundation. And I have a full video on the pain loop on this channel. It breaks down exactly why pain, including lower back pain, your hip flexor pain, keep coming back no matter what you do. So watch that next. And once you understand the loop, everything else finally makes sense. All right, guys, that's it for the video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.